Hi, welcome back to the Gilded Troll. We're playing D&D Spelljammer. This is episode 16, Hogs of War. How you doing?
Oh man, my camera froze. What the fuck, camera?
Oh no.
Oh, it did.
Oh no.
There it is. All right, I got it. I got it together. At least it wasn't something like.
Someone clip that.
Been a little while, right?
It's been a minute.
Been a little while. Oh, my 35th month anniversary.
That came
That's
through
on
the
wrong
Whoops!
device.
thingy.
Wrong
Literally
vibes.
the first sound alert of every stream.
Jesus
Wrong
fuck,
device.
35 months.
The cool thing is the mic kind of picks it up though, so like they still sort of hear it. There's the trio.
Yeah, I think I must have missed a couple of months because it would be 36 months from March, technically. So I must have missed a couple of months in the middle of that. Maybe when I was mad at you.
Probably, yeah.
You were just sick of our shit.
Thank you, cool girl. Huh?
We separated for a while and then.
Yeah.
I need to take a break.
But
There may have actually been a weird passive-aggressive moment. Like, I'm mad at this guy for some reason. I'm just gonna I don't know.
I mean, it's also possible that you used Prime subs at some point,
Probably.
and then
Probably,
just missed a few
actually.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Here's the thing: when people realized how much money they were spending on Twitch, like after a while too, like we lost a lot of subs. And I was
You're
like,
my only sub left now. No one else can sub to.
Yeah,
Damn.
there was like a 3-month period, I think, early last year when everyone was like, "Yo."
Can confirm.
I think
Yeah.
Jordan finally downgraded his sub from tier 3.
Yeah, because I was easily
It's been like
spending
that for
like
2 years now.
it was like $30 to $40 a month on subs during like lockdowns.
Yeah.
For
And it-
some reason,
Was that
Aaron
it?
still has a tier 3 sub.
And it
I just-
doesn't. It doesn't feel like you're spending money. Is the thing too? It's like,
Yeah.
oh well, like I'm just hanging out with friends and. Like,
That's just
you
my
don't-
monthly bills.
Right. And you're like, oh fuck.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to go through my Patreon like every 3 months for the exact same reason. Because I don't mind if it's around the $20 range or less, that's fine. If it starts creeping up more than that, I'm like, no,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
This is an expensive utility.
I think I did 3 a month on Patreon.
I think mine's down to less than $10 at the moment.
I have 2 Patreons, but one of them I'm not using, and I need to, like, I still just need to go in and download all of the shit that I have access to so that I can cancel it.
Right.
But you know what you should do? Do the Bay thing on Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi. However the fuck you do that. Do I have that link for him?
Coffee.
And is
Coffee, right?
it?
It feels
Yeah.
like it should be. But
Is it coffee?
Yeah, because you're like, it's like the equivalent of buying someone a
Yeah,
coffee.
buying someone a coffee. Though that's just not
No,
how I would
alright.
spell it.
I gotta put his Ko-Fi link in the command then.
Kofi on Twitter. How do you pronounce Kofi, you ask? It rhymes with no fee.
Coffee.
Ko-Fi. Okay.
Kofi. I suppose there's also then it's like that. It's a fee,
Coffee.
like it's a code dependency fee or something. I don't know. You kind of like
Codependency.
yeah.
I'm codependent on this artist.
Yes.
He's making comics now. It's fucking
I mean,
adorable.
I am somewhat codependent on Bay. So.
This is true.
Yeah.
I
fair.
Yeah.
to this
I think
day,
we all are.
do not comprehend the differentiation that Kofi is like. What?
Why them instead
Why
of...
them instead of Patreon?
I think their tools are just better for artistic creators.
Yeah,
that's my
I think
understanding.
Kofi's a lot more
Yeah.
flexibility. They're probably better rates as well. I think
Yeah.
they give a lot more money to the creators than Patreon do.
Got it. Okay.
I'm editing
Um,
the playlist.
anyway.
Remind me.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
Adding
playing
Kofi.
D&D apparently.
Still,
Apparently.
Eventually.
Never.
Yeah, this
Maybe?
is sometimes. This is episode 16, Hogs of War, which we didn't quite get onto last time. What did happen last
I
time?
have to start a prediction.
oh, that's right. We're
Okay.
each trying to beat Steph.
Yeah. So last time we went whale hunting for some Condosia, which you did successfully. However, you did attract the unwanted attention of a void hag, who seemed to have been living amongst the pod of whales on the house, and you attacked her until you shattered her existence. You carved off 10 tons worth of whale meat, went back to the Rock of Brawl, sold the meat to Xenotermination, who you were working with. And you arrived back in time for Midsummer's Day, the day upon which the Dohwar cartels of Brawl are competing in a race with their space swine to determine who gets first rights for the breeding pens at their yearly. What's the word? I keep looking for it. I think in Calgary it's called Stampede. So it's like the cattle days where people get together, and it's kind of like a festival atmosphere to it. And so we have arrived back on this day. Hal, the COO or coup of Hideg's cartel, is very pleased to see that you're back just in the nick of time to participate in this race on behalf of your cartel. There's the Vadizno cartel, but we will probably just refer to them as the Boars from this point forward because, there's a lot of semi-Hungarian names coming up for the rest of the cartels that are taking place. So basically what I did was I asked ChatGPT, I said, please invent 5 Dohwar cartels for me. And so they did. And then we had arguments about them. And I was like, cool, now give me like 10 animal names in Hungarian. And I then assigned them to the thing, and I've like cut them away. So they're not exact Hungarian translations, but they're just, I like the sounds of them.
You already have luck, or else I'd fucking throw it at you because that makes me happy.
Yeah. I mean, everyone is empty, so all right. Well, I don't know if it's really that important.
It's a barren wasteland on the old resources page. Hint, hint.
Says the man with a crit.
Says the man with a crit.
Our CR should also be at 6 at this point, right?
No, we're only level 5 yet.
We haven't leveled up yet.
Why do I keep thinking you're level 6?
I don't know, but I had to fix that like 3 weeks ago. It just said 6.
Sozzles. I'm sure you're level 6.
Can we just be level 6? Because I get a cool thing, apparently. I looked at it this morning.
You might get to level 6 today, depending on what you do.
Now?
No. No, you can't.
Give me, please.
DM.
You know what your milestone is.
Max CR looks like it's 20 now. We should be level 20.
Yeah.
What do you get for level 6? What's the thing you want?
I mean, I get CR2 wild shapes.
I get a weird dash thing, and then I get bonus damage and stuff.
Well, you know what your milestone is today.
Alright, guys, we're going to prison, and we're just gonna blow shit up.
Can we escape it?
You're gonna win.
What if I don't win? Then we have to do a prison break anyway, so why not shortcut it?
No,
and
the
then
prison break has nothing to do with...
Yeah, the winning has nothing to do with the prison break.
Doesn't it?
The curing the dragon is what gets Crux out.
Right,
it's not even curing the dragon, it's getting the boars back from the dragon's lair. So you can
murder
kill the
the
dragon.
dragon.
No!
Yeah, that's what you
We're
want
not
to
gonna
do.
win.
Fucking murder a dragon, Jesus fuck.
No murder.
I mean, if we have all the boars there, we'll have action economy on our side.
Yeah.
Hey Tim, what's the attack bonus of a boar?
I can tell you.
An ancient lunar dragon.
Plus.
Bear with me.
Plus
So here's the cool thing: because of bounded accuracy,
there's still a chance.
there's still a DC
So
chance that
Space right now only have an AC of 11, but they add a +3 to hit.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So
Dragon's
it
probably
would be
got like a 20 AC.
22.
probably.
Ancient?
I think Ancient's only
I was
20.
thinking like 20, 22, something like that.
She is ancient, but some of her statistics are reduced because she is currently sick.
Oh yeah, we could totally take her.
Well, no, we're gonna fix her and then kill her. Like,
Well,
It would
that
be-
seems.
it would be dishonorable.
You're gonna make her stronger and then try and kill her.
Yeah.
Okay, Goku.
It's not a fucking challenge if they're just floundering sick. Like, what am I, Oberyn Martell? Jeez.
But
Anyway.
first, you have to get her to. admit that she
Anyway!
killed your children.
Right.
Anyway.
So, I need to look at my rule map actually. So the start of the race is taking place at the amphitheater near the arena of Froon. That's where the start and finish lines will.
The
Arena of Fun. Yeah. I have drawn on the map of Brawl the sort of route for you, and so to explain, you will be heading eastwards, east and south, towards that Library of Spheres, and then down the side of the asteroid. There are going to be 5 sections to the race, I believe. 1, 2, 3. No, 4 sections to the race. The first section is called the Cliffs of Almost Certain Doom, which is a incredibly hazardous switchback just for Ian that drops down the side of the asteroid of Brawl. From that point where the gravity plane of the asteroid shifts, you are going to enter a subterranean system of caves inside the asteroid of Bral called the Crystal Caverns. Once you have passed through Bral, you are going to ascend the astral stair on the other side to come back up. And then you're going to pass through the center of town, including the Great Market, and that's the last section. You can, each of you that are not physically taking part, so Henry, Quelin, and 5e, can place yourself in one of those sections. So either the cliffs, the caverns, the stair, or I put the bazaar for the market. I'll just change that to the market. And whilst you're there, you can potentially attempt what we're going to call a helping hand action to do something that will potentially help Hideg during the race. So there are 3 of you and there are 4 sections, so you can pick which one, and there'll be one left over that doesn't get covered. Other than that, all of you are going to take charge of one of the pigs. You should have control of the token already. Okay. We have Farkas, which is the Wolf Knight, which is going to be controlled by Quelin. We have Sass Legion, which is the Eagle Legion, which is going to be controlled by Henry. We have Roka, which is the Fox Alchemists, they're going to be controlled by 5e. I'm going to be in control of Medva, which is the Bear Masters, and then Hideg is in control of Vadisna, which is the Boar Squealers. They each have champions. I can name those if you wish. Farkas has the champion called Havala, and is mounted on Hentes. You don't need to write these down, but I've just named all of them. The Eagle Legion has a champion called Toja, who's riding Sonkus. So each of these are pig related. Hentes means butcher.
Oh god.
Sonkus means ham. The Fox Alchemist, its champion is Jegbo, riding Agyar, which means tusk. The bear, it is Ho-Crystal, who is riding Malachus, which means piglet in Hungarian. And Hideg, you are going to be riding Courage, which means pork chop.
Oh, God.
What happened to the fox?
Don't worry about it.
What did happen? What did the fox do?
Where'd you go?
Did you make yourself invisible?
Oh, I see him. Chet and fucking String can't even see what the fuck you're doing.
Nope.
Oh, for God's sake.
Put him back on the map.
Fine.
So we're just going to use this map as a relative positioning thing. So there's the yellow box is just there to indicate where we started. It doesn't really mean anything beyond that. We're going to do a series of skill challenges as we go around. It's going to be, so I think then for each stage, there's going to be a helping hand action. So one of you can help in that section. We're then going to cover an environmental hazard on the track. So there'll be a round of player actions. So that's you on the boars. The only 3 things you can do as players on the boars are attack, dash, or prepare. Attack, you just roll one of your weapon attacks. If you hit, you move another person back 1 space.
Okay.
If you dash, it's going to be a con check that will progressively get harder to try and push yourself 1 space forward. Prepare is a perception check to give yourself advantage either on the next save or to increase your AC. So basically you're hitting, speeding up, or just looking around, getting ready for what's going to happen. Those are kind of the 3 basic things you're going to get to do as you, as players on pigs, can do. Okay. There's then going to be another environmental hazard, another round of player actions, a 3rd environmental hazard, and that's each stage. So there's 6 things that are going to happen in each stage, and there are 4 stages. Yeah, that's kind of it at its base.
And then what can we do, or not? The 3 player characters. What can we do with those? Basically you can pick one of those sections to go to, and we can kind of cover what happens in those sections when we get to them. What's allowed? Can we
Yeah, are there any rules
Can we put bombs?
There are kind of, so this is why I'm like not just like a massive like combat free for all, because that would be insane.
Yeah, can I just murder everyone?
Yeah, like
we could just raid
basically. Okay, I will tear back the veil slightly. In each stage, one of the other cartels has laid a trap.
Okay,
got it.
You as players, so Henry, Fivey, and Quelin, you can go to one of those stages and attempt to negate the trap, giving Hideg an auto success on its, on what happens.
Got it.
But we had to figure out what the trap is.
When you get there, like there's gonna have to be some. Like I'll tell you what you see. Okay. You tell me what you want to do about it, and then we'll determine whether you succeed or not on what you want to do.
Got it.
Okay.
So there's still a chance of failure once you get there and you see the hazard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so if the three of you want to pick one of the sections, so it's the cliffs, the caverns, the stair, or the market.
How about Ian goes where the switchback is?
I was thinking I was doing the crystal cavern because crystals. Fivey has two things, and it's crystalline structures and crabs.
Got it.
When did we start doing crystals?
I'm made of obsidian!
Yeah.
Is obsidian a crystal?
You're obsessed with carapace, not crystals. There's only one C word around.
That's true.
You ain't never said crystals before.
This is the first obsession with crystals I've heard.
Yeah.
I have a spell called Nervous Calcification.
Obsidian is not comprised of mineral crystals.
Well, fuck.
Sorry. I had to look at it because like it's
mad at us, I don't know.
I'm taking the cliffs, damn it. I'm taking the cliffs.
I'll do the bazaar then.
Okay.
I'll be on a piggy. I'm on pork chop.
Okay. Who's going elsewhere?
Where you go? You pick the crystal.
Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, 5e in Crystal Caverns. And where did Callan say you were going?
I wasn't sure if
Get
you
the
wanted to
cliffs.
change your answer.
You're going to the cliffs.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Just ask.
The other thing to mention is, so as you're here, there is a crowd. There are people selling food in trays. There are hawkers going around setting up bets. There is a narrator, an announcer, and there's going to be a great illusionary sphere in the center of this after you leave to kind of show people the race as you go along. You have to pass through these like bronze gates to make sure you pass each checkpoint, so there's no like shortcuts to be taken. But yeah, if you want to bet on the race, you can do. I'm gonna this is the point that if the person you bet on wins by more than 2 spaces ahead of them, like second place, you can get 100% of your bet back. Yeah. If they win by less than 2 spaces, you can get 50% of that back.
We do have. I have 1684.
I have like all of them.
Yeah, so keep that in mind when you make bets.
Do we want to bet on you? You want to bet
Duh.
on
you can also bet on yourselves because you're going to be competing too.
I'm absolutely gonna win. Do you know what my con mod is? I'm fine. I'm just gonna fucking like dash every time.
Yeah, but what's the boar's con mod?
Right.
Oh.
Well, this is when we flip the script and Hideg is running with the boar.
Yeah, on my back.
We are not. Well, this is also the reason I didn't want to like run this as like a combat running, because the pigs have like 20 hit points and 11 AC. There was no point. You're never going to get out of the gate, so we're not going to worry at all about the pigs. Statistics, we're just running this as the champions. It's a combined effort between them and their mount.
Okay.
Because otherwise it would be just stupid.
Yeah.
And we would just murder other pigs.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I feel like we should bet on Hideg.
But like, how much are we willing to?
Like a lot.
Like 1,000.
If you're gonna gamble,
yeah. I mean, what are the odds?
Right.
Yeah. What kind of odds are we getting? For
we're getting at 1.
It's 2 to 1.
It's 2 to 1 or 1 to 1 if it's
right.
Isn't it 1 to 2 to 1 if
you
it's
beat the Vig.
By
Is that the right term?
Also,
I was tempted to go through and make actual odds, but I was just like, no, I haven't got time, and you probably won't really care.
I mean, I care about odds. Like, I'll throw 20 gold on the guy with 16 to 1 odds.
Yeah.
I say anywhere from like 700 to 1,000, but I don't think we should exceed
Well,
that.
think about it this way. You're using your character statistics for this race. So if one of you feels like you're the underdog more than the others, then I can potentially like look at giving better odds on that person winning.
I mean, my physical attributes kind of suck donkey dick.
Yeah, but there might be some smarts required. I mean, as a unit, I feel like we bet on Hideg, right? Like that's if we are placing these bets as our characters.
Yeah, we bet on Hideg, and then we do everything we can to make sure Hideg wins.
Which we were gonna do anyway. So yeah.
Right.
Can I detect thoughts to figure out what the trap is from another team? Is there like
I don't necessarily know
room?
that the champions that are here will know what they are because they're not the ones laying the traps. It's the rest of the cartel.
Given that
are
it's
interfering
a whole
to help.
Dohwar thing and Dohwar all have telepathy,
Right.
I feel like compartmentalization is definitely
plausible deniability of guilt. But if you wanted to, like, I don't even know, you could potentially do some research into the other champions if you wanted to, or even just recalling information.
We getting here like the day of the
Is there
race?
time?
Well, like Hideg may just have information because of history.
Sure.
But yeah, if that's something you want to do,
Yeah.
you could look into the other.
Yeah.
Look into the other players. Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Okay. With that, I will say pick one champion, and I will just give you some information.
The fox one.
That's
Foxes.
Yeah.
Right. So the fox, they're called the fox alchemists, so you know that they tend to be on the smarter scale.
Fuck.
Which is well, that's because you have the highest in.
Comparatively.
In general, the cartel they deal in a lot of alchemical stuff, and there is a rumor about Jegbro the champion. He has a reputation for being untrustworthy and has been caught double crossing his cartel in the past.
Bribe him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Hey, bro, I'll give you 10% of our winnings if you
I was thinking just give him
throw the race.
Flat amount. Just don't pass me. Just stay behind me.
How much do we think it would take?
I would like to encourage you to not just let Hideg win as the other players. So not just let's just leave Hideg alone. Try and play it.
No,
role play
hit me.
the characters.
Yeah. Fucking hit me!
Alright, so what I'm hearing is we gang up on Hideg.
Well, not
and we all just work together to push Hideg back.
800 gold.
Well, that's fucked.
Is that what you're betting? 800 gold?
I don't know, are we? We gotta bet something.
Do we want to make it a cool even 1,000?
Yeah.
That's
a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
I could roll
It's just money, though.
Yeah, it's just.
Didn't you just make 2,000 gold?
I had no
whatever.
resources.
Wait, we just made.
Easy come, easy go.
Oh, we did, and then we had to pay taxes on it. So
yeah.
So we're at 16 something.
Yeah.
Okay. Betting 1,000 gold.
I mean, what is the prize for winning this for the cartel that wins is just their stock of boars?
So there's kind of different. So Hideg, whether he wins or not, if he wants Courage, can take Courage as a mount.
No.
Yeah. If Hideg wins, he'll also get Barding for Courage to increase his AC.
It's expensive.
And that's kind of it in terms of for the cartel. The benefit is that their future fortunes will be much better if they win this race because they get first dibs on breeding stock. So for the cartel, their fortunes will be far greater if they win.
Got it.
And then it's just kind of the betting is if you win by two spaces or more, they're more than 2 spaces away from the second place, so you have a good head, then you'll get it's 100% back. You'll win all your money back plus 100%. If you're less than 2 spaces, so it's really neck and neck, it's 50%.
Thank you.
So you kind of get a bonus for being way better than everyone else.
Just being better.
Yeah.
Just be better than everybody else.
Problem solved. All right. I mean, we placed our bets, right?
Oh. Do we want to try and convince the fox guy to focus on other people?
I'll bribe him with 100 gold to do that.
Can I attempt to bribe him with 100 gold to do that?
Would it be a better idea if you did it, or a better idea if I did it, because Dohwar?
I think it would be better if Charisma Boy did it.
Probably.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
What's your plus to persuasion? I need to know.
It's like plus 10, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, I'll say Ian for going forward. I would say if you have a choice between Hideg and someone else, you're going to favor not attacking Hideg.
Cool.
But it's not like you just avoid him full stop. But it's like if you have a 50-50, you'll let him go.
Yeah.
Fine.
Just costs 100 gold.
Neat.
And a middling roll.
Yeah.
100 gold is probably too much, but I've won it.
Now, if it were Archie, that would be a minimum roll.
That would be.
What is with you and high persuasion?
Thanks, Shadows.
Thanks, Shadows.
Oh, thanks, Shadows.
I mean,
and
they're just
CT,
both bards, so...
Okay, let's start some music,
I'm supposed to win.
guess.
Why would you give it to everybody else?
Well, you got one.
Are you guys going to use your cheers?
I got really confused because it said take 20. And it said one for everyone. And I'm like, no, that's one take 20. You need to choose. Oh.
Oh my god, the bop's on.
Another for Steph.
Yeah, because we're starting. So, the pigs line up at the start line. There is a strange two-headed, what the hell are they called? The gelatinous gel people. Oh my god, I can Plasmoids. Who is there. And he has a starting pistol, and there's the announcer. I'm not going to go into full, but there's a lot of cheering and get on your marks, get set, and then the gun goes off.
Is there a sexy plasmoid with a?
No, it's really not.
Nothing but hips.
And booty shorts for some reason.
Right, and a checkered flag.
Hips all the way down?
Yeah, somehow.
The calm your tits meme. And you're off. So you begin racing through the town, heading east and south towards the cliffs of almost certain doom. Quelin, you are standing at there's a section, there's a gatehouse and a wall that then drops down to go down to the switchback, and you can see that there currently seem to be a small group of Dohwar with crowbars on the walls, kind of getting some of the larger stones on the wall, and they're trying to tip them as if they're going to throw these rocks down the cliff while the people pass below. What, if anything, would you like to do about that?
I was going to cast a spell about that.
Thunder wave.
No,
that would make
how many
explode.
That way.
So what I'm going to say is, rather than thinking about micro actions, if you want to cast a spell, we'll just say let's do an Arcana check to see how successful you are in. We're just going to do it as checks rather than actual micro actions.
Okay, so I was going to use hold person.
Yeah, because there's probably 7 or 8 of these people. So one hold action isn't going to do you very much. But if you say you just want to do something to stop them by casting a spell, we'll just treat it as we can do it as a spell casting check.
Then yes, I would like to do that as a spell casting. So am I
ahead.
rolling Arcana, or is it a spell casting ability?
Do a spell casting check. If you're casting a spell, it'll be a spell casting check.
Charisma check.
With half proficiency.
With half proficiency. That's not great.
Okay. You attempt to, you're basically trying to hold multiple people to stop them doing stuff, but you feel as though you don't have enough control to hold back all these people from rolling.
I have area stuff, guys.
Wall stones down this cliff. As the pigs race through underneath the gate and begin to descend down this switchback, the first section you get to, the descent is incredibly steep, and much of the track is covered in very loose gravel that threatens to make you slip. As you come to the first bend, I would like each of you to please make a dexterity saving throw in order to not lose your footing.
I'm bad at these.
This is using our characters.
This is using your character's abilities.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Henry fucking crushing it.
Okay, so
Yeah, I have a +0.
Quelin and 5E, please move back one space.
I'm before the starting line.
Failed.
Oh, wait.
patiently
Would I have
waiting
had
before
advantage
the
on
starting
that
line.
regardless?
What's that?
If you're raging?
No, danger sense is.
That's
I know,
just
you
default.
always have
Oh,
advantage
yeah.
on dex
Sweet.
saves.
All right, I'm taking that shit
Okay.
back. Fuck yeah,
take
bud.
that shit back, bro.
Is Tim? Are you rolling too?
Okay.
Again?
Huh? Oh yeah,
thought
I
you-
need to do it too. I
You
completely
have a
forgot. I
racer
have.
boy.
You like that?
I do. It's dex saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Okay. I also fell by less than 5.
Yeah, get back, bitch.
But Henry, you can move forward 2 spaces.
Woo!
And Hideg, you can move forward 1 space.
Oh.
Let's go.
Okay, that was environmental hazard number 1. So it is now the round of player action. So you can treat the row as though you're all within 5 feet of each other, like a column.
Okay.
But then if you're not in that column, you have to be, within 5 feet on a row. So for the first round of player action, we should have rolled fucking initiative. Let's roll initiative too for each of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
we should roll
tried adding
initiative.
myself to combat, but it wouldn't let me.
Oh.
I guess I need to.
It needs to start
Yeah, I
the
guess.
encounter stuff.
Oh, so I can
Oh
reroll
yeah,
stuff.
that's. How am I gonna do that?
That was your test roll.
Just add the tokens.
Can
to
I-
combat.
Can you control those?
We can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Oh, you rolled with your fox though.
My fox is a me. Like I think.
Yes, it is the Fox you're rolling initiative for using your initiative.
Yeah.
You don't have a.
Oof.
I have a +0 initiative.
Oh.
I'll take
got
that
it.
6-pack.
But also, I'm pretty sure. Tim, did you drag our actors onto the scene and then just change the token art and name?
No, I just gave
Oh,
you
no,
control
they're
and
just-
ownership of those tokens.
They're just nothing.
Because when I select the fox and open my character sheet, it opens my character sheet.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess because you have ownership of it, so I guess it considers it as
I guess.
another one
Yeah.
of your tokens.
It is-
Okay,
it is
that's
actually
fine.
me.
What was I
They're
doing?
actually- here's the
So,
thing. If there are no sheets attached to the tokens, then it's going to open the last character you had.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
sure. Okay, so round of player action. So Eagle,
I'm sorry.
I've forgotten already who is Eagle.
Me, bitch!
Henry, Moses specifically. You can either attack, you can dash, or you can prepare. Which of those would you like to
I
do?
feel like I got a dash is extra movement, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a con check to push forward 1 space.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fuck it. I'm trying to get a breakaway, you know?
Okay, so go roll and do a con check for me.
Just ability check.
Yeah.
Haha! Ooh.
I'm assuming it's going to be
It's
like
probably-
DC 10.
No, yeah, that's fine. You can move yourself forward 1 space.
Boop.
I'm just gonna make some notes as I go along.
And then, like, we all move forward 1 at the end of each round? Or is this all just a relative position?
It's all just
It's all relative position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Fox. I should probably put people's names after these.
A few rounds and
Foxes. That's 5e.
Yeah.
Would you like to attack, prepare, or dash?
Remind me who Bear and
I'm Wolf
are?
and Tim is Bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably should. Maybe I should rename these so you can
Yeah. Like, we can
let's-
see, like the art tells us fox, bear, wolf, etc.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack bear.
Okay, go ahead and just roll one of your weapon attacks.
One
Anyone
of
is fine.
my weapon attacks.
Yep, because you're not worried about the damage. It's just about ability to hit.
Ew. Well, I guess that's gonna be a sling, because that's marginally better than quarterstaff.
Okay, that is not enough to beat the AC of the bear champion, who is this like incredibly burly female Dohwar wearing like plate mail. Like she's pretty hardcore. Like she has mohawk, like a fake mohawk and a helmet.
I was deliberately aiming for the helmet with the sling, just trying to ring her bell.
When I win,
and it just whiffed through the like feathers and stuff that she has up there.
Buff Dohwar babies.
Beautiful buff Dohwar babies.
It's me. What is she? I think she's gonna smack you back.
That's rude.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
That does seem fair.
19 to hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so you move back 1 space, please.
I have 18 AC. I didn't realize my AC was that high.
My AC sucks.
When did that happen?
Wolf, which is Quelin. Jordan.
Try and dash forward.
Okay, so contact for you.
Catch up.
Nice.
Yes, you can progress forward 1 space.
It's just gonna be me and Bear back here, just sucking,
Chilling.
fighting. Yeah.
Hideg, my darling. What would you like to do?
I'm a dash.
Okay, so contact for you, please.
Nice.
Yep, you can move forward 1 space.
Nope.
So it is a con check, not a con save.
Yes, it's a con check.
You rolled a con save.
I know that they don't exist, but
it's still a what was the actual roll?
It'd be a 18,
You got a
17.
13.
yeah, you're still fine. You're still fine. Even the 13
My
is
bad.
fine.
All right.
Okay.
That's one.
So that is like the first round of player actions. At this point, the Dohwar that are on top of that wall with their crowbars with the large stonework release their trap as they begin to tumble down the cliff, attempting to unseat all of you except for the bear champion, myself, who seemed to have been aware that this was going to happen and will auto-succeed.
Dirty bastard.
So we'll move forward 1 space. But everyone else, please make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being hit by
bad at these.
boulders. Yeah, these aren't all going to be dex.
Fucking
I'm bad at these, but I crit.
Everybody just dodging rocks.
Okay, so
Hopefully.
where are we? Moses and I need to write the names next to these. This is so confusing. I'm gonna write names next to them. Bear with.
You can just tell us the DC and then we can go.
Okay, sure. Well, the DC is 14. If you succeeded by more than 5, you can push yourself forward 2 spaces.
Neat.
Jesus.
I catch up to Bear.
And if you succeed by 1, you just push forward 1.
Just 1 space, yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
sorry.
So-
I missed that. What was this saving?
14.
14.
DC 14.
But
If you succeed by more than 5, you can go forward 2 spaces. If it's not, it's only 1.
Got it.
Okay, it is another round of player actions. So, Eagles, what would you like to do? Attack, dash, or prepare?
I'm gonna prepare.
Okay, so make a perception check for me.
Oh, cool. That's
Oh,
something I'm good at.
Ooh, no!
Yeah, unfortunately, that is insufficient.
Yay!
For
Irony.
the heavy lead that you have, you're kind of like keeping to like look behind you to get a sense of what is going on, and there's just too much dust in your trail from the gravel that's being kicked up from your hooves. You are not sure who is behind you, how close people are, what is going on. So you have a lead, but you just don't know what's going on behind you.
Don't call
right now.
me Eagle Eyes Sass for nothing. Or ever.
What's the
Fox.
champion's name? Yeah, what's
The champion's name is Fox is Toja,
Eagle Eyes Toja. That's
riding
me.
Sonkus, which means ham.
Right.
Toja is
I love the feeling of ham
in
between my
Dohwar or in Hungarian means egg night.
Egg Knight.
Yeah. I think Toja is egg, and then there was a longer name, and I just shortened it. That's what he would be known as. It's Toja.
Alright. That's my turn.
Okay. Fox.
I don't want to slap fight with this bear the whole time, so I'm just gonna dash.
Okie dokie, so con check, please.
Oh no!
Everything is going
so-
according to plan.
I'm so glad this is not actually my character,
Right.
or I would be so upset at the fact that I'm rolling about as well as I normally do.
But no, we need this guy to be up there with Hideg because that's our ringer.
I know.
So the amount of dust that's being kicked up, your mount just isn't able to breathe well enough to really give it a good go. So just struggling a bit. A few piggy coughs. Okay, bears. What are bears gonna do? I think bears are
stop snorting up the dust.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, bears are gonna try and dash. So I'll do a quick check.
What kind of
I just succeed by 1.
Shit.
So bears move forward by 1. Wolf.
I think I'm gonna try and keep the bears back to maintain my position. So I'm gonna try and hit the bears.
Okay.
The bears.
Bears.
Dagger.
16.
Okay, so her AC should be higher, but her AC is 16. So you do succeed. It should be higher, but never mind.
I mean, helmets don't add to your AC.
No, I'm using a barbarian PC of my own that I made years ago, so I'm just using her stat block.
Got it.
So she's actually technically unarmored, but for flavor wise, it's a Dohwar with bits of plate mail on.
I see you coming up beside me, and I just kind of move my boar over and cut you off before you.
Yeah, you get a lot of stink eye for that.
That's fine. Deal with it.
Hideg, what would you like to do?
Dash.
Dash, okay, con check.
Okay.
You're good at those.
Unfortunately, that is not sufficient this time to move forward.
Cool.
What's the rule on attacking again? You have to be within 5 feet of them.
Yeah, so you could be anywhere in the same column, but if you're not in the same column, you need to be close on a row.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
The one time I could have made
So Wolf and Bear could fight, even though on the map they're not 5 feet together, but they are in the same, relative to everyone else. Because you're moving around doing all sorts of things at the same time. It's just for distance's sake, we're just measuring it that way.
Got it.
Okay. So the next environmental hazard of the Eclipse of Almost Certain Doom rears its face. A squid Spelljammer ship appears around the rim of the side of Bral and begins firing ballistae into the crowd of you. Seemingly focused on a particular person in the group. I would like each of you to make... So this is going to be tricky. So, who's Toja? Toja is Eagle, right? Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
So, okay, everyone can just roll an insight check.
Except for me?
Yeah. Toja, you can. I'm just going to say, okay, I'll figure this out. Yeah, everyone just roll insight and I'll figure out depending on how close you are to Toja, there is a plus or minus.
Oh, God.
So Toja be
I rolled awful.
Hideg, you fail by less than 5, so move back 1 space. I suppose Jordan, you succeed by more than 5, so you can move forward 2 spaces.
I failed by 5 or more, I'm assuming.
Wolf Eagle, you succeed, but by less than 5.
Okay, so move forward 1.
Move forward 1. I need to roll for me as well, don't I? I keep forgetting I have to do it myself. I fail by more than 2, so I'm going to move back 2 spaces. And Foxes, you also fail by more than 2.
It's just going to be a slap fight between us two.
Two-turn race. You notice, as for the people that succeeded, you notice that there seems to be some mercenary group who are attempting to take Toja out of this competition. So as you're able to kind of scope out what's going on, you can position yourselves to move further away from Toja. These ballista bolts are just smashing into the side of this switchback. Toja, you're just managing at the front, just trying bobbing or weaving, but you just a flat check. Everyone else got bonuses depending on how far away from you they were. But yeah, that was the hazard for this. So that ends the first section of this race. So you reach the bottom of this switchback. and that weird gravity thing happens where the switchback flips, and you end up running along the underside of the switchback, and you see there is a cavern opening down here as you race into the darkness of the inside of Bral. So for 5E, you have been wandering around down here. It is a twist of different caverns. There are faintly glowing crystal structures occasionally, and you can see there are old signs of mining operations. There's even at one point like a water wheel with a trickle still running through it that was obviously part of what was going on down here. You also notice that some of the crystals have weird things like attached to them. That seem to have arcane sigils on them.
They're gonna blow!
What, if anything, would you like to do about that?
I'm trying to think of a way that I can finagle this to help Hideg, but nobody else. I'm thinking, like...
You don't worry about that too much. I'm just going to treat it as what you do helps Hideg.
Okay.
It's not going to help everyone. It's only helping Hideg, whatever you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to just turn into an octopus and wrap myself around them. Like, they're gonna blow up, and I want them to blow up on not Hideg.
God.
There are multiple instances of these, like, scattered throughout the tunnels.
Yeah, that's...
You just want to, like, go for, like, the worst one that you find, like, the biggest one, or... yeah, it's up to you.
I kind of want to just, like, hop out at a time when Hideg is gonna get hit by one, and just take the blow.
Okay. Pitch me the check you would like to make for that. Is it like a strength to grapple a crystal, or is it dexterity to, like, jump in the way? What is it that you... What skill do you think you're using to attempt to help Hideg with this ability?
Probably Constitution, not to rip to shreds as I blow up.
Okay, so you want to do a Constitution saving throw to absorb damage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do that then.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use my cheer.
Okay. Yes, you succeed. This
2 19s.
means... This means that Hideg, you will have advantage on the check when it comes to this trap.
Dope.
This was laid by the Fox, ironically, the Fox group, as they specialize in arcane and elemental. The Fox champion will also succeed against the trap because, again, they're aware that it's going to happen. Okay, so that is the helping hand. We're going to go into the first environmental hazard. And the first environmental hazard is the darkness itself. It is incredibly dark down here. So there are just these dots of bioluminescent crystals. The tunnels twist and turn. They branch off and then come back together. And you occasionally see these, like, the bronze arches you have to run through. And with this kind of one fairly central tunnel network, but it does, hop around. So for all of you, please can you make perception checks to try and maintain the path ahead of you and not get lost in the darkness down here.
Oof.
Okay. So I need to roll for me.
These are all great results.
Sure. So I think...
except...
Well, I basically said the DC is 14.
Okay.
If you succeed by more than 5, which I think is just 5, you move forward 2. Otherwise, it's move forward 1 for a success. Failure less than 5 is move back 1. Failure by more than 5 is move back 2.
That was
move down.
That was the wrong button.
Move forward 1. Okay, so you manage to make your way through the darkness of these tunnels. You now have a round of player actions. Eagle group, what would you like to do?
Just lay down.
Just
go to
lay
sleep.
down and die. I think I want to prepare again.
Okay.
Which was perception?
So perception check.
Because that worked so well for me. Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah, no, this time your eagle vision is doing you well. The shadows that are being cast from the bioluminescent crystals actually give you a sense of where people are relative to you. So you are going to you can give yourself either advantage on the next environmental check, or you can give yourself +2 to AC.
Let's do advantage on the next environmental check.
Okay, so remember that for the next environmental check. That doesn't include traps, it's just environmental checks.
Okay.
Cool. Foxes, what would you like to do?
Oh, I got a dash.
Big con check for you. Unfortunately, that is
check.
not successful.
Really
What is it with you and
guys.
these con checks? Okay, my turn. I think that Bear is going to try and smack Fox. Bear is feeling very left behind and wants him to stay with them, so she is going to try and knock Fox. 14 is not going to hit you though.
No.
No. Okay, Wolf.
We're just in the back here.
Yeah,
Something.
just scrapping it out.
The darkness is giving me a bad time, so I think I'm also going to prepare.
Okay, so
I can't see
check.
shit.
I ain't got no night vision.
Okay,
That's
same
better.
for you. So you can give yourself advantage on the next environmental check or
That's
+2 to AC.
environmental.
Okay, that's fine. Remember that. Hideg, what would you like to do?
Dash.
Dash, so con
Make up
check.
that lead.
Oh, I only have one cheer left. I think I didn't mark off that other one I used. Okay.
Well, no, didn't you get one back?
I did.
Yeah.
I think I have.
Yeah, no, you cheered. You did cheer.
That's the last one.
Cool. Yeah, so
Wait.
you same thing. You can give yourself advantage on
Oh,
the next.
what I roll?
One
No.
perception.
I'm an
Oh,
idiot.
sorry.
That's my bad.
Well,
I mean,
What?
you
Oh,
can
what's
just
your
take
con
the same
check?
die result.
Yeah, I can't take the same die result.
you can if you tell me what your con is.
Plus four.
You just make it. So you can dash forward one space.
Yay!
But it does feel like it's getting harder to push your mount every time you do this. And to lift the veil, I'm increasing the DC by 2 every time you dash.
Oh.
Where did it start?
N.
You said she just succeeded with a 22?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the 9 and thinking it was a 13. My apologies. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my
I was
apologies.
real concerned.
I was very concerned.
Sorry.
So do
It was
I
because
have
I was
one or
like
two?
hovering over the dice rolls and it was only showing me the 9. I was like, cool, great. So 9 plus con.
Got it.
So she doesn't get 2 because she absolutely annihilated it.
No,
does she?
no. Con check is only moving 1 space forward, regardless of
Alright.
success or not.
Okay.
Well, extreme success. Okay, so the traps start to activate. So as you get to the middle section of this underground passageway, you begin to hear high-pitched whirring sounds as these arcane sigils start to click and clack in place, and the crystals begin to glow intensely and then shatter into hundreds of pieces.
And into 5e.
Into 5e, right?
And yeah, and the worst of this that would have got Hideg, you see there is an octopus wrapped around this crystal just being shredded. So Hideg, you have advantage.
You do like
Everyone else roll normally because this is a trap rather than environmental effect, but this is going to be and it's actually going to be an Arcana check.
Oh no.
You recognize which crystals have got sigils on them and which of them do not.
Oh no. Wait, I have advantage on this, right? Or no?
No, just Hideg
Just me.
does.
Well,
If you
okay.
are
We prepared?
if you are Fox, you also succeed.
Oh, okay.
This is not an environmental effect. This is a trap.
Got it.
This is a
Oh.
trap. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Hideg could roll with advantage because of.
He did
5e
roll
helping.
with
I
advantage.
did roll with advantage, and it's still ass.
Okay. This one, I believe, was a DC 16.
Oh boy.
So
Bear needs
Hideg,
to
unfortunately,
roll.
you're getting pushed back twice.
What the fuck, Richard?
I did not.
Same with Fox. I need to roll for me as well, don't I? Fuck, I keep
Wait,
forgetting
didn't
about
Fox
me.
auto succeed
I
on
auto
this?
succeed.
Yes, Fox
I moved
also
forward
succeeded by 1. Yep. And I also failed by more than 5.
And if you fail once, you still
Was
get
a-
back 1.
Yeah.
That was a bad trap.
That was a bad
really,
time.
Yeah, it was a bad time. Okay, that was the Fox trap. And we're now going to go into another round of player actions, given that as you start to come towards the end of the section. Eagle, what would you like to do?
I don't know. Wait, so
You don't know.
prepare, attack, push. Am I missing
Air
one?
attack dash. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the 3.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I will try to dash.
Okay. Sure. So con check.
Yep.
Dashing.
Roll bad.
I'm trying. Is that bad enough? I already.
That is just good enough. It was DC 12 and now it is DC 14 for you.
I might not win.
Yeah.
Okay, foxes.
Yeah.
We're like not even halfway down the race.
That's true.
I might
We
not
are, yeah, we're almost at halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, fox.
Oh, that's me.
It's you.
Dash. Maybe I can actually
Okay, so con check for you.
succeed. Hey, look, I succeed.
You do.
Wow.
Okay. Excellent.
I just
myself,
side-eye Hideg, like...
definitely also going to attempt to dash because I'm falling behind terribly.
Horrible.
And I succeed. Also going to move forward on space. Yeah, bears not doing super well in this game so far. Wolves.
Yeah, I was gonna hit the foxes, but they pulled too far away, so I have to try and catch up to them.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, that is just sufficient for you.
That was my...
Yep, 12 is what you needed. So you can move forward one space. And Hideg.
This is why you end up being brown or red. No blue tokens allowed.
Debating hitting fox or just dashing again.
You gotta cut... Eagle is your biggest.
Yeah, I know.
So,
But like if I fail it, it's like, well...
I mean, can you hit an 18?
But the thing is, if you succeed on hitting fox, you move up 1 relative to fox. If you succeed on a dash, you move up 1 relative to everyone.
Yeah.
Dash is getting harder though.
Dash is getting harder. I mean, it's not that hard for me yet.
Not that hard for you, but it's now
Dash.
roughly 50.
Fox's AC is harder than the contract.
I do have.
But then
a very
it might be
high-
easier to hit because you're adding more to it.
I'm
Yeah.
dashing.
Hey.
Okay, so
Alright, cool.
wow, excellent. So it also goes up.
Just 1, right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's always
Well
just
done.
1. I don't know why I keep
Yep,
thinking
yep,
I
yep.
should give it
Okay.
2.
So the last section of environmental hazards. So this is the one where if you did prepare, you can get the advantage on. As you come towards the end of the section, you can see that the passages narrow a lot. And they splinter off like they have like a larger river, a little splits, and that's like a delta. It kind of fires off in lots of different directions. And I would just like you all to make acrobatics checks to basically nimbly make your way through where there are like sections of rock that are 3 feet high here, and then it drops, and then there's a section where the gravity is a bit weird. Okay, so the DC for this was only 12. So unfortunately, Hideg, you are still failing by 5. That's 2 spaces back.
Fuck me.
I need to do one for myself.
And that's 60 by 5 or more, you move forward 2, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's going great.
Yeah.
And as you kind of come to the deltas kind of come back together to this final golden arch. As you can see, there's a blaze of sunlight as you now appear outside. And ahead of you, you can see there's no more like ground, but what you do see is a series of small asteroid bodies kind of scattered almost like a staircase leading back towards the top of Bral. There's vegetation on them. There even seems to be like wildlife on some of these rocks. It's just like you could go to like a cliffside on the sea and you see like there's puffins flying off. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like a little cluster of asteroids off this cliffside. It's called the Astral Stair. So as you get there, there's no one doing a helping hand here. So the first environmental hazard is itself rock hopping. So this is the first occasion where your mount's ability to fly has actually come into effect, as you kind of have to flap your wings to kind of hop from top rock to rock to get up this stairway. So I'd like all of you please to make athletics checks in order to ascend the stair smoothly.
Watch me fail.
I mean,
That's not great!
Oh no.
but Eagle failed by a lot.
Eagle did fail by a lot.
We
This was a DC 18 check.
What?
Fuck.
Yes. So
I
I succeeded, but only by less than 5. Thank you all for managing this yourselves. It's much easier this way. But yeah, we have the first round of player actions that you would like to take as you descend up the staircase. What would you like to do, Eagles?
Dash?
Okay, so con check.
I don't remember what my DC is at this point.
14 right now. Wow, nice. 16 now. And you can move forward one space.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd also like to give luck to Steph for being such a trooper.
It's almost like I designed this race for Hideg to win, but
We all have a luck to give you this session.
Foxes, what would you like to do?
I guess dash. I believe I also have DC 14 right now.
Right now you do, yes. Cool, yeah, so you move forward, it's now 16. Okie dokie. Myself, I'm definitely going to dash also. And I succeed with a 21.
21.
Bang. Wolves. Yeah, you can currently attack Hideg if you wish to, because you are within 5 feet horizontally.
Hit me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I kind of. It is, but I don't know that.
And Quelin sucks at melee.
I mean, I'm better at melee than I am with my.
Do shoost with gun.
I mean, it's just your attack bonus, so.
Yeah. He doesn't have proficiency in gun.
Oh my god.
That's true.
I don't have proficiency in gun. This is true.
Christ.
Yeah, I think I don't.
Hmm?
I've been trying to get ahead, but I think what I'm trying to do now is keep people behind. So let's hit Hideg. And since we're not just going to let Hideg win, I'm going to hit with... Did that roll a thing? I should have rolled a thing. Roll a thing, damn it.
Roll the thing.
9!
No.
I haven't used my thing that has the biggest attack boost, too, so you can't...
Can't accuse him of cheating.
Can't accuse him of cheating.
Hideg, after being attempted to be struck by wolves with a dagger, what would you like to do?
Should I just hit wolf?
Can you just keep dashing?
It's gonna
Dashing
stop
for you is
working
now
at some point.
DC 16.
I dash.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, bud.
I didn't
Nice,
use
yeah.
the luck I shouldn't have.
You should have it. I can give it to whomever I want to fucking give it to.
I need to do something
Okie
for it.
dokie.
Yeah, you will. Win.
Tim set up a scenario where we can king make,
Correct.
so we're going to king make.
Well, fuck me, I guess. So the second hazard of this area is, as I mentioned, there do seem to be creatures living among these asteroids. So I called this hazard Not Alone. Small predators and large birds live amongst the rocks, trying to spook your mount. I would like you each to make an animal handling check in order to maintain the mount's attention on the job at hand.
Crit.
Nice. This was a DC 14, so I think you all succeed by more than 5.
Yep.
Yay!
Wow.
I'll check for
nothing
myself.
changed.
Yep.
I, however, failed by more than 5.
I love how
rolled
that's the one doing
3.
shit.
At what point does the bear just give up?
Never! I was thinking the bear was going to be the strongest competition as well, because I'm technically using a level 12 character.
How's that going for you?
Oh, great.
I was really hoping I would catch up to you and then I would just start knocking
Yeah, I was
back.
kind of hoping you would start beating me up.
Man. Okay, so...
Someone beat
oh,
me
no,
up.
that was the
Someone beat me
environmental
up.
hazard. I didn't do the trap. Fuck it, we'll do it the other way around. That was environmental hazard, blah. Okay, we'll do a round of player actions. So, Eagle, what would you like to do? Yeah, I fucked that up. Never mind.
I can't really attack anyone, right? Or can I attack because they're...
No, there's no... I mean, if you want to voluntarily drop back, you can. But right now, there's no one close enough for you to attack. Unless, I guess I could argue... No, because it needs to be within... needs to be within melee.
It's gonna be within. I'll...
Wait, could I throw my thingy if it's ranged?
This is what I was wondering if I should allow range, but then it's the being in first place that far does mean that then
Yeah.
not being able to knock
get
people
targeted
back is
by
a
all
good thing. So
Right.
it's kind of like in Mario Kart where you don't want first player to have
Right.
all the abilities.
Right, but since
Yeah.
I'm really far behind him, can I blue shell him?
Man, fuck blue
But-
shells.
Well, so the original thing I was going to do is so Ack Inc. did a wizard card game based on Mario Kart, and I've adapted it and I have a board game I made. Like I have physical pieces and cards I've actually made, and I was really tempted to see if I could work it in and play it. I was like, it's going to take too much to translate it and make it work, so we're just doing it this way. But I did consider it.
If you want to share that stuff, I might be able to put it in Foundry in some of my copious free time.
Yeah, I'll see. It needs updating a bit and some balancing because I did it. It's all D&D stats in it, but I did it, I think, very early in my D&D knowledge, so there might be quite a few balancing issues that need readdressing. But yeah, we can look into it.
I tried to move forward.
Okay, so that was there's a DC 14.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, I think it was DC 16.
Done that.
You already did 14 last.
Yeah.
time.
Oh, so yeah, we did attacks. Moses, you did a dash, but you failed.
Yep.
Okay.
So now your DC's 18.
Yep.
No, I'm only doing it on successes because basically you're not dashing. You just can't encourage your mount enough to move. But if you can, then you can push through. But it goes up. It gets harder for him to do it every time. So yeah, Foxes, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna dash.
Okay, so can't
Fox
say
got
forward.
This is your moment.
That is a fail.
I'm gonna fuck it up.
Pour the nitrous into the boar.
Drink!
Drink it for me. I'm gonna roll.
Witness me!
Roll a dash for me. 15, which is not enough. Fuck me.
The Chrome edition.
Wolf.
I've never actually done that.
We're slap fighting.
Black and white.
Okay. Ooh,
20.
20 against Hideg.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, that hits, motherfucker.
So you get moved back one space. But it is your turn now, Hideg. What would you like to do in retaliation?
I don't know how high my dash thing is.
616.
16.
Yeah, you're at 16.
Your dash is.
I have luck, though.
Oh no, Steph is at 18.
What? No.
Yeah,
Steph is
it was
18.
16 last time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Steph is at
She
18.
rolled like a
Succeeded.
22.
Yeah.
But you do have luck and con save.
Yeah, let's try a dash.
Good con.
And then
Okay.
I'll luck
Go
it
ahead.
if it sucks dick. No,
Fuck.
alright.
Oh.
Oh wait, it was.
That is a fail at the moment.
Fuck!
Oh, sorry. Okay, so we're now going to do the trap, which should have been the environmental hazard. I did these the wrong way around. So it seems as though as you were traversing up the stairs, you got to about halfway. There were some really peculiar winds. And anyone particularly eagle-eyed, ironically, would see that there are members of the Eagle clan standing on the cliffside with these really large, like, fans, just, like, going at it. They're clearly magical in nature, and just them standing there, like, with little palm fronds, where they are creating turbulent winds amongst the astral stair as you go up. So this is going to be, for everyone except Eagle, another strength saving throw to avoid being buffeted as you are progressing. Eagle, you just succeed by 1, so you can move yourself forward 1 space. This is strength
Tell me the
saving
DC's
throw.
14.
DC is 14.
Cool. Nice.
I succeed.
So I advanced
Oh.
twice.
Yeah, they're on.
Yeah. Okay. That is the end of the astral stair. So as you come to the
Eagle
top,
will suck a
you
duck.
glide into a region near the, I think, the halfling area of Brawl, and pass through another gate and begin to run along the cobbled streets of Brawl, back amongst the populace. So for Henry in the market, you can see that the market is incredibly crowded. As much as the racetrack seems to go through here, people don't seem to be respecting the fact that there's a race course going through the middle of the market today. And you can see there is a particularly sly Dohwar lurking near a Giff with a large cabbage cart, who is wheeling the car out into the middle of the track. What, if anything, would you like to do about that?
Could I try to catch up and engage this Giff in conversation before his cart gets in the way?
Sure. What check are you pitching in order to do that? Persuasion, or to just, engage?
Instinct animal handling.
No.
No call it Cthulhu.
Yeah, I didn't really think about the fact that I have to use my skills again.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Shadows.
Oh, we got a take 20 from Super CT.
Oh shit, I missed that. Thank you.
5 cheers or a take 20. Take 20 could be really good on one of the hazards to get +2.
Yeah, we're on the last section of the race now.
Wait, so
Could I just shoot at the door?
Is one or the other more beneficial?
You need the
the exchange has already happened. Like the person has been paid, and this guy is now just wheeling his cart towards the center of this racetrack.
I'm kind of carboned here.
Just do shoost bang, scare people away.
Yeah, I mean,
you could clear an area around the cart.
Sure, but again, it's all stuff.
Just scare people with
Take
shoost
the
bang.
fucking cabbages and throw them right at Eagle. Just throw them right
throw a grenade.
at Eagle.
Yeah, can I just throw a grenade at Eagle instantly? I'll throw a grenade at this crowd of people.
Eagle needs to lose!
No, just surreptitiously place a grenade sans pin in the cabbages.
Oh, yeah, okay. I have an idea.
I'll be back in a sec.
Son of a bitch!
You could, like, push the cart faster out of the way. That's just, like, advantage
that requires
on...
athletics, which is I don't have good bonus for.
But you
I was
have
going to cheer
advantage
this
on it.
anyway. I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I'm gonna rig a frag grenade inside the cabbage cart to blow it up before it can be in the way.
Okay.
It'll be on like a tripwire so that it'll go off before.
It'll go off on Eagle.
Yes.
Well, so you just tie some fishing line to the pin.
Yeah.
Place the grenade.
Exactly.
And like.
Yeah.
Just tug the pin.
Wait for Eagle to come back.
Is that what you actually are planning to do?
Yes, I would like to slip a grenade with some fishing line into the cabbage.
Okay. I imagine that's probably going to be a sleight of hand check. Then.
Great.
Great.
I'm
Perfect.
Gonna,
Good
I'm gonna
for me.
fucking cheer it.
Hey.
Please don't fucking fail me.
Okay. Yeah, I will say that is sufficient to pass. So, Hideg, when the time comes, you will have advantage against the cabbage trap. The cabbage in the way will become exploding cabbages.
You've heard of exploding cabbages now.
Yeah, thanks for the follow, Fate of the Dice.
Fate of the dice.
Fate of the dice. Okay, so as you all begin to race through the streets, as I mentioned before you get to the market, the streets are filled because people are out drinking. People are in the way. And you kind of have to, like, it's difficult to kind of force you because you're all small creatures and there's a lot going on in the streets. So I would like, you can choose to either make intimidation or persuasion checks to basically yell at people to get the hell out of your way as you're racing through the streets on your mounts. This is the first environmental hazard.
God damn it.
I have
Persuasion
advantage?
or intimidation, it's up to you.
No, not on this.
Unless you prepared. I'm going to try intimidation. Oh, yeah, I succeeded by more than 5. The DC is 14.
Okay.
So I move 1.
I move back 2.
I move back 1.
Okay. Wonderful.
I was supposed to use to take 20 there.
You can do it on the next one.
All right.
You now have a round of player actions. So, Eagle, what would you like to do for your player action?
I should use to take 20, shouldn't I?
Prepare.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, perception check, please.
Aha!
Take 20.
Yeah, you have advantage on next environmental check or +2 to AC, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, I'll do environmental.
Okay,
Right,
no
there's
problem.
another one of those?
Yeah, there should be one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, foxes.
I guess I'm dashing. No one's near me.
Okay, so con check for you, please. DC 16.
Sucking.
No. Okay, my turn. I'm also going to attempt to dash. So you might be able to not come last if I'm lucky.
Doubt.
Yeah, I succeeded.
Fuck.
I move forward 1 space.
I'm going to kick you in the teeth.
Everyone's.
I
ahead
refuse
of
to be
the-
dead last.
Wolves.
I see that I'm catching up to the Eagles,
Mhm.
Do a dash.
so I'm gonna do a dash.
Okay, DC 14 con check, please.
Okay.
Oof.
No.
No.
Wow.
Almost cheered it too.
Hmm.
Like if I can catch up to Eagles, I can attack them.
Hideg, my boy, my pal.
Dash.
No, I don't think I can feasibly really succeed on a dash at this point.
You have 14.
No, it's higher than 14.
No, you
it's
need
18.
to roll a 14. With your plus 4 con. You gotta take 20.
Well,
yeah, but that only
that's
gets me
better
one.
to use on the last
right.
environmental.
right.
So I guess I
You
try to
could just
dash and
yeah,
Yeah.
try to dash anyway.
It's just DC 18 dash for con check.
there's no way.
And you've got advantage on the trap
Yep.
because
But I was going to use the take 20 on the
So you've got
trap.
advantage on the trap, but then there's another environmental that you can take 20.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Alright, try a dash. It's fine. Yeah, no.
Fuck.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So as you round into the market, you do see ahead of you there is this large wooden cabbage wagon just left in the middle of the main street as you're running through. So for wolves, you will also succeed by 1. It's the wolf trap. Henry, you will roll with advantage. Not Hideg, you will roll with advantage. Everyone else will just roll a regular athletics check to jump over the obstacle.
Exploding obstacle.
Right, but yeah, it's potentially, if you're lucky, it's going to explode before you get there.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And that was DC 16.
So you beat by 5.
So I moved 2.
I lost by 15.
Oh!
And
Oh.
I succeeded by what?
Oh!
Okay. One more round of player actions. Eagles, what would you like to do?
Die.
Attack wolf.
This is the last round of player actions.
Yeah, I'll attack Wolf because that shit just exploded in my face, and clearly
And he
the wolf
knew what
was
the
not...
fuck was happening.
Yeah.
You cannot attack Wolf.
What?
You can attack Hideg.
Okay.
Can you attack Wolf? Oh, I suppose you could.
Like,
And don't make him hit his girlfriend.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I guess you can attack Wolf. I'll say that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Fine.
Woo!
yeah, uh-huh.
Does that hit, Jordan?
That may hit.
That could have been on me, motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Okay, Foxes in last place.
I am going to prepare.
Okay, so perception check.
To hopefully not be last when bear sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is sufficient. You have an advantage on the next check, or +2 to AC, whichever you choose.
Yeah, definitely advantage. I don't think anyone's hitting me.
It's fine. My turn. I'm gonna attempt to dash, but I think my dash is now at DC 20. No, DC 18 for me.
Poor bear.
Poor bear.
Let's see. No. No.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that I pass you at the environmental effect.
Wolves, what would
The
you
two
like
of
to
us
do?
really have just been back here sucking.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't just one person alone at the battle, because that'd be really sad.
So, I've got 3 things that I kind of could do. I could either reactively attack the Eagles again.
Mhm.
I could attack Hideg and try and bring him back so we're all lined up, or I could prepare and try and make the environmental.
Mhm.
And I don't know what the best option is,
I feel like...
so I'm gonna roll a D3, and that's gonna be the order.
God.
Okay.
Don't attack me.
I mean, his attack...
Don't do it!
To hit
So it's
sucks
attack
in the previous
Eagle, attack Hideg, or prepare. 1, 2, 3.
game. Okay.
Attack Eagle.
All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
I have terrible AC.
We go dagger.
Yep. No.
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 Hey.
Most of the time,
Hideg,
so
in the
much-
lead.
I'm trying to be fair about this. Is the whole thing.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I have to try a dash at this point, right?
You could.
And then I'm using the.
you could
take
attack
20
someone to push them back.
Oh, I could attack Eagle.
You could attack Eagle.
Who has the shittier AC?
Me.
Who's
By
more
far.
likely to kick ass on the environmental?
Right. What's the environmental? That's
You don't know
We
what
don't
it
know
is, though. That's the thing. You've got no clue
Everyone's
what that check
already...
could be.
Oh, there's no more,
And I don't think it's
It's
anything
just
you've
one
done so
environmental.
far.
It's
It's
going to
a
be
new
your
check.
turn,
Nothing
and then the
we've done
environmental,
so
and then I think the
far.
race is over.
Yeah. Well, it's not an environmental check you've done before.
Right.
But you're gonna take 20 of that?
She is.
Yeah.
But if she's got a negative modifier, that might not get her 2 forward, so it could tie with someone who does. So here's the thing: if you succeed on a dash, you can't lose.
Yeah.
If you succeed on attacking someone, the other person
might
tie.
Yeah. So try a dash.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm not gonna get it.
It's DC 18.
Nope.
Ah!
No. Okay. So as you all raced in through the market, leapt over the cabbage wagon, which exploded, sending cabbages everywhere. The Giff screams, "My cabbages!"
There it
and
is.
the explosion scares the shit out of the crowd, and people begin running out of the way, pushing awnings and stalls aside. One particular, there must have been a weight-bearing post in this very large spice caravan falls, and all the spices just explode in the air, filling with red and yellow and orange, just extremely strong smells and taste, like it's thick cloud of exotic spices. So I would like you all to please make a Constitution saving throw to avoid choking on the spices as you run through them.
For flavor, we're gonna say I used the air bubble for a second, but yeah, I'm just
sure.
20.
If you did prepare, remember you have advantage.
I did prepare.
This is a low one. This is actually only a DC 12.
I
So
succeeded.
Steph absolutely crushes it.
Yeah, with a fucking 27.
Yeah.
I move forward 1.
Steph moves forward 2.
Jordan moves
I
forward
move forward 2.
Oh, I need to do one for myself.
Fuck, I got 3rd place?
I got last! Blue
got a
shell,
nat
motherfucker!
one!
I did last!
Do we move back 2?
No, because DC was 12. I got a 9 total.
Oh, okay.
I got +8 to my con saves. So am I right, Stefan, thinking that Hideg still has Trafe's, the Tusk, war pick with you? You still have that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you are racing around out of the market, and you see there's the straight bend and then the straight road all the way past the markets, there's a festival ground towards the amphitheater at the end. You notice that the war pick that has Trafe's Tusk on it begins to vibrate on your back a bit, and it detaches itself from you, and the tusk begins to glow like a faint blue arcane glow.
Just at you.
And it begins to it's keeping pace with you, it's still moving with you. It's because you're still running, you're looking, and it's right next to you, floating in the air. And as you do, it kind of just explodes. But as it does, you see that the tusk is now reattached to the spectral form of Trafe as you begin to run side by side towards the finish line.
Aww.
And he gives you a look, a happy look and a wink as he's running. And as he does, he picks up a hell of a lot of speed. And he runs ahead of you about 50 feet and just looks back once and then winks out of existence, and a blue portal appears in front of you. Roll a d4.
Oh, God.
No, well, I want to, no. Oh, yeah, if you could type stuff.
Okay. As you run towards the portal, you just go headlong through it, and you see that you have covered more distance than you should do. And ahead of you, once again, you can see Trafe, the spectral form of Trafe, is still racing as you come around the corner towards the finish line. So you can move yourself forward 1 space.
Oh
which
my
you rolled
God.
the d4 from. Yeah. And as you come towards the end, the spectral form moves back towards you and reforms with your other war pick.
Oh.
And the runes and stuff that you had on that tusk can now form onto your other pick, combining your 2 weapons. And the weapon is now awakened, so there is a +2 version of it you can now add, which gives you the ability to create portals and surfaces.
Dope!
as you come tearing around the corner into the amphitheater and pass over the finish line to thunderous applause. Sadly, you didn't win by 2 or more spaces, or more than 2 spaces. No, it has to be more than 2 spaces. Yeah, this is why I was like a D4. It was really close at the end. I was trying to decide, do I give a D6, a D4? I was like, D4 is sensible. And unfortunately, you
have to roll so well at the end, damn it.
You're going to get a 50%. You're going to get a 50% profit on the money that you made, but you didn't succeed by an absolute head.
And you
burst forth.
Yeah.
Hal is in tears. The crowd is just erupting in applause as the rest of the Space Marine come racing over the line, sweat dripping off everybody's bodies, like the swine are just like breathing incredibly heavily. But there is rapturous applause to your arrival.
Eated by a grenade.
Are we talking like post-race and like crowd like comes and fucking surrounds me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I want to.
That's what you'd like. But definitely, like the members of your cartel are there for sure, like lifting you up and chanting your name. Yeah, unfortunately, Trafe's war pick is gone, but you don't have a +2 as his spirit has forged into.
You still didn't use your luck, you motherfucker.
I know,
like, how am I supposed to?
I was
that
looking
was
too.
beautiful. That was so nice.
Thanks. Wanted some narrative, like
Have you seen the new Speed Racer movie? The Wachowski. No, sisters. Yeah. There's a part where at the last race there's like an astral form of like his brother's car. And that's all I can think about, like right at the end.
That's sweet, yeah. Very similar to that. Yeah, it was like if you were losing, like if you were in second place, it just could have given you the ability to just pip into first if you were close.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was what it was there for, just in case. But he was there with you in spirit as you raced once again through the streets of Brawl.
That's very cool.
Do we have to like roll off to see who got 4th?
Yeah, it's based on initiative actually. So you won. You got 4th. You won 4th.
Yay!
Wait, do what?
Which is why I was kind of like sad that Hideg rolled really badly initiative. I was like, oh no, we terribly lost just because of poor initiative.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
There's only one tie. It's me and Bear.
So this is the final positions as people race in. Bear are not happy at all. Like they had really, really high hopes. Like Bear was supposed to be like they were the chosen winners, like the favorites to win.
Yeah. Well then.
Yeah.
What a twist!
No one can stand up to Hideg, man. That was great. I'm glad there was actual stakes at the end of it when it really shifted.
Real fucking dire halfway through.
Yeah, it was.
I was even doing things like, instead of trying to move ahead even more, I'll do things to ensure I don't move back too far.
Right.
Nope.
I mean, you just kept moving further forward. At one point, Hideg was 6 behind the lead.
Yeah.
What a tweet.
That was impressive. It's just like, I decided on a D4. I was like, that might be just enough to like pip into first or second. I'm glad that it had narrative weight that Hideg won. It was not designed for Hideg to win as much as I joked that it was. That was why like each of the traps was
fucking int and
there's a lot of
int and wisdom and Hideg didn't pump his whiz.
Yeah, you were all. It was based so that like you all had a pretty decent chance of doing well in certain things. Yeah. That was the Hogs of War. Congratulations.
So we can complete the prediction now.
Oh yeah, I should yeah. There were Hogs and or War. It was a perfect 50-50 on the wagers.
Give me my bits.
They're not bits, they're channel points.
Okay, whatever.
They're troll skulls.
I made 200 troll skulls.
Well.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah, well done, Tim.
I'm glad that worked pretty much as well as I thought it would. Yeah, I can look into adapting Wizard. I actually want to call it Chocobo Cup rather than Wizard Car because I want it to be Chocobos. So,
you weeb. No.
Well, I have Axe Beak minis as the models in the board game. And they have things like the blue one can run over difficult terrain if it's water and stuff like that. Like I've actually given them things.
So they're Chocobos.
Yeah.
They're Chocobos.
Yes.
Am I allowed to ask Bay for a picture of Hideg on the piggy? Okay.
I mean, we already have
there's existing art budget you can use. That's fine.
We have a we have them on retainer for Spelljammer.
Piggy. Piggies.
Oh god. Yeah, so I actually made a whole box.
Oh my god.
Damn.
There's they got the Axe Beak minis. I never picked around to painting them.
Oh my god.
I made, these are really super simple. I did this years ago. But I made cards that have the star on them with the D&D abilities, and there's the pink ones if you're in last place, and the purple ones if you're in any other place, so you have the ability to even the field.
Cute.
And then I've made red chocobos and stuff. Yeah, they've all got different abilities. I just need to adapt it. Good times.
So we get an extra 500 gold for our winnings.
Yes, you make your money back plus 500 gold. If you wish to take ownership of Courage, you can. There's no obligation to. So if you don't feel comfortable enough to have a mount again, but if you do, you can take Courage, and he will have barding.
What kind of barding?
Now that I have confirmation that Trafe has forgiven me for him dying, I can move on.
Aww.
I still can't eat pork, though.
That's fair. I'm going to say that.
Did you ask what the barding looks like?
I asked what kind of armor.
What kind of bard?
Yeah, but also, I mean, what does it look like?
I don't know.
I think it's probably half plate.
Okay.
Probably.
Does the pig have decks?
Let's have a look. I have.
It's got +1 decks. Oh, also the Space Wine stat block apparently has half plate barding.
Oh, dope.
Oh. 16 with half plate. Well, that's perfect then. There we go. That's exactly what. That's weird. That's real weird. So yeah, you can if you wish to take ownership of Courage, you can.
Okay.
He's a fairly young male.
Same, bro.
Space Wine.
And his name means ham.
Pork chop.
Pork chop.
Yeah. Songcast is ham. I like the Courage is almost like courage as well. I liked it. Courage is who Hal got to race, but he's incredibly thrilled. He's openly weeping, shouting your name from the rafters at how well you have done for your former cartel. Incredibly grateful for all that you have done. As long as you can get those damn swine back from that dragon.
Got it. Working on it.
So when Henry rolls up, swinging the pin of a grenade,
Good job, my dude!
I just have a hole in my chest that's very slowly
I saw
filling.
you too!
Oh god, did I do that?
I slink back in having failed.
You were there.
But I see Hideg 1, so oh, okay, cool.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I made sure that ship didn't shoot at you.
But yeah, that's kind of all I have in this moment. Whatever you would like to do, you may do. But it is probably the sun was setting as you came around into the finish line, so it is evening now. Whatever you would like to do, your time is yours. Yeah, there's partying going on in the streets. It's still Midsummer's Day, so there's a lot of drinking going on. Still, it should technically be the longest day of the year.
Yep.
So they wait the longest amount of time before they rotate the rock.
When you say the sun is setting, is Bral in geostationary orbit around?
It's just around Collier, so all it does is it rotates itself away from the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I wasn't sure
just,
if Bral was still doing that, or if
they're just waiting slightly longer today than usual to rotate to give some semblance of there being a longer sunset for Midsummer's Eve. People will be out drinking in the evening.
So it's not until 2 in the morning that they finally set the sun.
God.
I'm just now realizing that there are probably spherical brawlers or something like that. People who believe Bral is a sphere and Not in fact flat.
I mean, it is spherical. It's just that the plane is not spherical. The gravity plane is not.
I'm
It's a
sure
flat
there are
planar.
conspiracy theorists who think that the gravity
Right.
plane is cylindrical,
Yeah,
at the very
sure.
least.
Yeah.
Sorry, we spent 100 gold bribing someone when it didn't really matter.
Yeah, I did not at any point
Yeah.
have a choice.
So we
you
only
didn't,
made
you didn't
400.
know, did you? That was you
We-
took
No.
the risk.
I
Yeah.
very nearly had an opportunity to hit one of the two of you. Like,
Mhm.
all three of us were in the same rank, and then we just got scattered.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the map was of sufficient size to actually where I was going to
Yeah.
like grab you all as a group and shift you back if there wasn't
Yeah.
enough.
Mhm.
But it all worked really well.
At
I'm
one
glad.
at one point, I was like, "Oh yeah, we could just shift everyone." No, the
Yeah.
bear would go off the back end.
Yep.
Hey!
Fuck bear.
I'm going back to that bar with the fortune tellery beholder guy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, did
Yeah?
you see that? Did you fucking see that?
Large Luigi was not there himself to watch the race, but certainly word of your deeds have worked their way back to the tavern.
I'm telling
Um,
the
Beholder.
story of the race to anyone who will hear, and it gets more and more exaggerated every time I tell it.
Before the sun goes down, can I like prepare several gallons of oolong, radiant oolong tea? Like as we start collecting drinks, just oh, there's just going to just hold it up to the sun.
This is
Before,
going to the toilet.
Yeah.
Sure, you could do that, no problem.
We don't have to go see the dragon until
I mean,
We
we
have
should probably
3 days,
tomorrow.
I believe.
with 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's nearby, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
about an 8-hour journey.
Yeah. So we get
So we can party hard
we get
and then
crunked,
go.
right?
Yeah.
Like we get
Yeah.
slammed,
Yeah.
slashed,
In,
Uh-huh.
in as much as 5e can do that,
right?
I am resistant to poison already.
Well,
Well,
sounds like more of a
I'm not stoned
reason to
anymore,
try
that's
harder.
incorrect.
Also, apparently I'm immune to disease. Neat.
So we get fucked up.
get fucked up.
And do we need to buy anything?
Do you
We
want
got
more consumable
I'm
big bangs?
I'm good for now.
I think
We have
that-
money.
I think yeah, but that's the first one he's used.
That's the first one I've used. Yeah.
I think maybe more air bubbles for you guys.
Yeah, it's not
Just
a
so
bad
you're
idea.
not
They're
limited to
expensive,
1
aren't
hour.
Is there a better?
A better breathing device.
Yeah. Well, now I'm thinking now that Hideg has a mount that can fly,
Hmm.
getting you a bigger breathy device is maybe good because
Yeah.
then you can roam outside of air
Do
bubbles.
pigs just breathe?
Pigs do fly.
But like, no.
They do not
can
breathe.
Do they not?
I mean,
have
they
to
do
breathe.
breathe. They need to breathe.
They
Yeah,
need
they-
to breathe.
they do
They
big
can't do
breathe.
that in space.
Yeah.
So you might need an air bubble for your pig.
Do they?
I wonder
not?
how like the cartels would normally do
don't
it. How the
That's
Dust
what
Wheelers
I'm-
normally do it.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Do they
Yeah.
not have
I'll ask him when he comes back.
Tim come back?
He's fine.
Stop
I'm
peeing.
alone.
We need you.
He's like me. He has a tiny bladder. Can't hold it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that while I was peeing.
Yeah, like
I'd probably reckon so. They probably have because creatures can create their own air bubbles, so they'll. Spaceline can last for a little while in space without needing to stuff. I think in general, long term, they probably do need some form of air bubble, which is kind of annoying. Like, why wouldn't you
Right.
give space swine the ability to breathe when they're space swine?
So
let me
is
just double
there-
check to make sure I'm not.
God, the
being-
art of space swine looks so sad.
yeah, it's really underwhelming.
Beast of burden.
No, like its eyes look very sad.
He's like, I don't want to be wearing all this heavy metal
Yeah, it looks like Samus when you put a hat on her.
or her harness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's I will stick with what I said. I think they have they have decent lung capacity to last for a few minutes, maybe up to 10 minutes, just holding their breath basically.
So we need a bubble.
So
But
is there a
long term,
better bubble,
they need an
though?
air bubble.
Yeah, is there a better solution for air space breathing?
Yeah. Probably not outside
Um,
of spells or something. I'm actually gonna make a drink while we're.
I mean,
You want anything?
something like
Talking about your
necklace of adaptation, perhaps whatever it is that allows you to breathe in any.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
now
it's
might be a
probably
good
good.
Yeah, we can do shortly. Yeah.
I'm just like
Um,
if you wanted to do some research and look into.
Yeah, it's
what
not a bad
options
idea. We're
exist.
halfway anyway.
Sure.
Steph
Okay.
wants to make a break or make a drink.
Okay, we can
Make
do
a
that
break.
then.
She's got to make it.
She gotta make a break.
Just make it.
Go
I'm
break.
about to.
Alright. We're gonna take a break.
You...
We're gonna take a break.
We're gonna take a break. Enter the giveaway and shit. All right.
Yeah, there is a giveaway.
Oh yeah, there's a giveaway.
No one cares about this one. It's fine.
What's the shark?
We
It's a shark.
haven't really
Oh,
talked
we're
about
gonna
it.
pick a winner when we get back.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck!
So
All
yeah,
right.
because today's April 1.
If you want to
I'll put an announcement in
Dumbass
Discord too.
zombie shark.
Yeah. So get your entries in the next 10 minutes because we're gonna pick it in like 15 minutes. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.